Hello everybody and welcome back to Academiopolis, where we have been working for the past episode or so on developing this area up over here, and we're nearly done with it. We've pretty much got our road structure done, and it doesn't look amazing, but given the coastline restraints and other terrain considerations, this is about the best we could have done. Realistically, we need to get some power down here because they decided to, once again, build as far away from anything useful as they possibly could have. Also, we no longer need this power line. Get out of here, you power line. Excellent. Okay, so that does mean that we have a little extra space that we can zone for residential here. And in fact, I'm also going to zone this residential as well. Okay. Now, we do have a bit of a potential issue with garbage over on this side, and that is it's getting quite a ways from where we deal with the garbage. But I guess that'll have to do for now. We'll need to decide what we want to do with these two islands. And this meta block down here, actually. We don't actually have a plan for this currently. That said, this highway pretty much has express access over here, as well as this one, so this should be taken care of relatively easily. Did I not build the power? I didn't build the power line. Okay. There. Problem solved. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then as soon as this gets constructed, it'll actually carry over the highway, so we won't actually need these power lines anymore. It seems like there are some power lines in some other places that we don't need anymore either. What is this? Citizens are sick. Okay. I mean, we don't really have much for healthcare up on this side. We could make... I'm just trying to decide. Do we want to make this be residential? Maybe this transitions to residential over here. So then we could put up, say, a clinic right there. No problem. That should be excellent. We got more garbage issues over there, but they're upset about the toga parties. I mean, if I'm honest, I'd be upset about the toga parties too, realistically. But overall, this is going reasonably well. I'm kind of concerned about the garbage over here. We don't have on-off ramps right here. We maybe should. Can we get away with on-off ramps here? We absolutely can. That slope too steep. So's that. That's going through a tunnel? Hang on. I hate it. Please just, go back to the way you were. Okay. So, I mean, that means that they have to come this way and then around. In order to properly get over here. Okay. We can definitely make this more efficient by, slope too steep. What? But I was going to say by putting a connection in here, because currently they have to go, in order to go south here, they have to go up here, and then up, down, over, up, around here. Or actually, no, they don't have to do that. They just have to go south from there. So that's not perhaps the most efficient. But we're apparently running into some slope too steep issues up over here. Although this one would work. That one would not. That already has a turnaround. And that slope too steep. Interesting. Interesting. However, we could potentially put another pollution district up over here. And that might not be the worst idea. So essentially what it would be is we would have a block going out this way, a meta block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would then go down 960. over 960. That was 1,000. Let's try that again. Over 960. Like that. And then this would connect in right here. Like that. Then we'd have another turnaround area over here, another roundabout spot, and it would potentially get a little bit awkward because of this mountain here. We can take this up 960. Actually, that kind of works. Through some miracle. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'll take it. This is on-ramp, isn't it? There we go. Problem solved, right? Oh no, it's because this is bridge. What's that bridge? Can you, not be bridge? Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, we then take this in over here. We take this in over here. Technically, there is no connector over here because we're basically right up against the mountain, and I don't really want to disturb the mountain too much, if at all possible. So that would be the idea then. We would then have inside of here, like, abbreviated... And we're going to need to move this Firewatch Tower, actually. But just abbreviated areas. Let's put the Firewatch Tower, say... We already have one right there. Let's put it over here. Right there. Okay. So, how abbreviated does this need to be? Well, we're definitely going to need to have connections over here. And in fact, I believe it needs to be one down right here is where that needs to be. And then a connection in over here. Connection in there. And then a connection in there. So, I mean, we have a lot of open space in here. I didn't really plan for this to end up breaking the grid, but that's kind of where all the big buildings ended up going. Some of them are going to be relocated here. What I'm thinking is maybe we just have one big grid like that. Just dividing it up a little bit. It definitely breaks the grid layout a little bit, but we can keep all of our pollution generation to a relatively small area there. And, for example, we would be able to put in an incineration plant right there. And in fact, we could do 4 of them. So, basically, like that. And then that would be all of the pollution generation that we'd have over here. Of course, we are going to need to run power over and water. So I'm just going to take it up like that. Straight down the middle. You can see there's a tiny little 1 square gap that this creates. It's just too short. Oh, I didn't actually connect these up. There we go. Connect that up. And it does create a tiny little space there. We'll see if that ends up being a problem later on. It may or may not. Okay, so let's take this out properly, out over here, because this is probably going to be maybe offices? I don't know what exactly it'll be, but it might be offices. Probably not residential because of the level of pollution. I don't know why I did it this way. That's the way we want to do it. And then one right along like that as well. Okay. And then we're going to need to extend these highways and create a new one going down this way, which means we'll have to redo this. That was expected. We already knew that that was going to be a thing. We have a fire over here, but that should be being taken care of already. Looks like this fire helicopter is already on the job. Currently requisitioning, but the fire truck took care of it. Good job, fire helicopter. You were completely useless. Just what I like to see. Fantastic. Oh, I see. There is a forest fire out in the Seaside College. Well, the fire helicopters are on the job. In fact, quite a lot of them are. Excellent. And then the question is, when do we transition? So right here is when we transition onto the ground. So it's from here on back that we would redo this. Maybe run this straight over and have it be right here. If we did that, we would need to potentially purchase... Oh, we can't go this way. Okay. We could run this straight out here and then curve it over the water down here. We'd need to potentially purchase this to be able to get all of that intersection taken out. Alternately, let's see, we could purchase this. How many more can we buy? Apparently that's it. That is the biggest we can get. Okay. So it is what it is. We've got access to these two islands, this island up here, which we may actually want to extend this highway and put the harbor up here, now that I'm thinking about it. That would be a good idea, actually. Because the trade route is literally right here. 2 trade routes right here. That would be amazing. Yeah, this would be where we want to put the harbor. So that means that we're going to need to flatten this area. We've got the money. Let's go ahead and choose this spot right here. And this is going to be a big project to flatten this island. But that does mean that we have some soil to do for something. Post office is on fire. Fire department is already on it, I believe. Yep, they're already here. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So that should theoretically solve the garbage problem over here. Yeah, barely any of the garbage trucks are actually in use over here. So that'll be fine. This will of course be a residential block, and it'll continue to be residential over in this area. But I think ultimately what we really need to be doing right now is working on getting this highway extended out. And we're also going to need to build... Space already occupied. Hang on, Firewatch Tower? What's here? I don't see anything. Now there's nothing. Okay. Whatever. So we are going to need these roads. That's going to definitely be a thing. And this is probably going to remain basically the way it is. So we're not going to have any exits over here. We'll just have another turnaround block over here. So that'll have to be a thing. But that should be just fine. This fire is actually still going on over here. Do we not have Firewatch for this particular spot? We may not, but the fire appears to be dying on its own. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so the question is, what actually is the next major project? Do we have 2 Firewatch towers right next to each other? We absolutely do. Okay. Get out of here, you Firewatch tower. Nobody likes you. Excellent. Well, that's definitely some progress. We have made a lot of progress in the last couple of episodes, actually. Getting this nicely sorted out. I do think we are going to develop these 2 islands as well, and this is going to become our harbor. And we're just going to need to develop this space over here, and we should be pretty much good to go. For right now, though, there's not a whole lot of demand. We don't know what we're going to do with this just yet. The commercial up over here is not fully developed. I didn't expect it would be anytime soon. We need water at this one particular location. There we go. That should solve that issue. Maybe. Excellent. Oh, I never put on off-ramps over here, did I? Could do that real quick. So this will need to be on. This will need to be off. It's a little awkward, but it'll have to do. Or, alternatively, we could potentially place it over here. That sloped too steep, though. So I think we're better off doing it right here. Yeah, I do know that I can upgrade roads. Thank you, game. We'll do that. Slope too steep. Okay. It's actually kind of symmetrical. Okay. I mean, we could try to do another set over here, potentially, but I feel like it's not really super worthwhile. So we'll just leave it like that, I think. That should be fine. I mean, maybe we do an off-ramp here, just to keep it, like, fitting the pattern. Like that. But I'm pretty sure we could fit an on-ramp here, technically. What does that do to the shoreline, if we do this? It's actually kind of fine. Yeah. I don't hate that. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.